Kicks, come here. Just gonna show you off a little bit. I love how Ray files off the ends of the nails, because now look how easy it is to pull the shoe.
Hey farm friends, it's Alan here on the farm on Route 66, and today I've got Ray Sosi here helping me trim some horses. So I'm gonna catch Charlotte here and take her over because she's next. He was already done with Duchess when I got home from work, and I changed clothes and ran down here, and now looks like he's working on Hottie. So we'll go see how that's going, and I'll take Charlotte over there. So when you have as many horses as I do, farrier work is a never-ending process. But let's go.
So he's working on Hottie, and we're just getting Hottie trimmed up and get ready to go to California. We gotta have her look good to go to the big city. So Ray is so good with these horses, and he brought his friend Ethan today. Ethan's trying to impress his granddaughter, so he's hanging out with Grandpa. So Ray doesn't look like a grandpa. He looks like he's about 25 years old. But so how old are you now, Ray?
59.
59. He doesn't look a day older than 29.
Yeah.
As many horses as he shoes and trims, his back's got to be pretty strong. But Hottie's about done here. He was already done with Duchess. We put shoes on Duchess just because she does better with shoes on. Some horses do better barefoot, and she seems to do better with some shoes on. And then Charlotte's over there just eating some hay, waiting for her turn. And then Gold 66 gets a turn too. So a lot of farrier work today. All right, so now it's Charlotte's turn. And I don't know how much Charlotte's ever had her feet messed with. A lot of these reservation horses, they've never really trimmed their feet. So Ray may have to tie a foot up or something, but he's really good with this kind of stuff. So it'll be some good training for Charlotte today. She's super gentle, but we'll see how she does with her feet. Those of you that watch my channel know that Ray's really good at not only getting the job done, but training a horse in the process. And he was just telling me a lot of farriers just sedate the horses. They drug them up. They hurry and get the job done, but they really haven't taught the horse anything. So the next time they're gonna have to do the same thing. So Ray's just messing with her right now. That's a soft cotton rope that doesn't burn the horse, but it gets them used to picking up their leg, and he'd rather him kick at the rope than kick him. So he's just kind of making sure Charlotte's not going to kick him as he starts to trim on her hooves. But she's been a really sweet horse. But like I say, this could be the first time she's ever really had her hooves trimmed. A lot of people ask me, well, how does it work in the wild? Because they see horses with really long hooves sometimes and wonder how that happens. Well, in the wild, like Charlotte's been able to run out in the wild a lot. She runs through sand and rocks, and it chips her hooves off and keeps them trimmed and nice. But once you put them in a corral with soft manure, and they can't trim them up, then they start to get long, and hers are long right now. But she's only been with us for what, just a couple weeks, probably 3 weeks. Maybe longer than that. Maybe a month or so, but anyway, this is good, and she's doing great with her front hooves. And I have a feeling she'll do good all the way around, but like I say, this is probably her first official time having her hooves trimmed by a farrier. But I'm sure those boys, when they'd catch her and ride her, especially if she had a rock in her hoof or whatever, they probably taught her to at least lift her feet. But she's doing awesome. She's done great at everything we've asked her to do. I've been really impressed. Charlotte's doing amazing, even with her back hooves. So she must have had some trimming, yeah. But a lot of those horses on the reservation don't get trimmed, right?
Yeah. One while and going lots of traveling.
Then it just naturally trims itself, right? Yeah.
And go walking.
Missy finds the biggest sticks. She found a friend in Ethan here. Yeah, if you throw it, she'll go fetch it for you. That's funny. But Charlotte's doing great here. Before I got off work, like I say, he already put shoes on Duchess, and now he's trimmed Hottie, and now he's gonna trim Charlotte. Charlotte's used to going barefoot for sure, so she should be fine with just a nice trim here. And then we're gonna pull the shoes off of Gold 66 and just trim him up. We're not riding him enough to need shoes right now. I need to ride him a lot more than I get him ridden. It's just been hard with work and everything else going on. I may actually pay for someone to spend another 30 days on him. I just think the more experience he can get, the better. But I haven't decided on that for sure. But Charlotte's sure doing good. And she has done amazing today. Super excited to get her cleaned up and nice. Like I said, Gold 66 I think will be next. I'll keep him coming as long as Ray has time. So even though she's done really good, he puts that rope around and kind of messes with their feet a little bit before he takes hold, which I think is a good idea. Charlotte's fattening up a little bit. She's out in pasture and has all the grass she wants, but she's also nursing, and so that pulls on them a little bit. But her baby's about ready to be weaned. Well, look whose turn it is now. Gold 66 gets his turn. And I don't want to jinx it, but he normally does really good. So he's sure bulking up. He's just getting bigger and stronger all the time. So Ray's gonna, he files off the bent over part of the nail, and then he'll pull these shoes. Because Gold 66 is getting a little long, and I'm not riding him hard, so we're gonna pull these shoes and just trim him up. The more they can go barefoot, the better, just to kind of toughen them up and get them used to that. I had shoes put on him before I went with Rodeo Reed to round up some cows. You don't want to be out in the rocks gathering cows and realize that they're tender-footed. So if you haven't checked out Rodeo Reed, go check him out. And there's someone else I want you guys to check out, and let's see if we can get him as many subscribers as we can. A lot of you that watch our channel or have your own kids and grandkids. Well, we met this young man at my daughter's wedding because he came to the wedding and stayed with us for a couple days because he was best friends with my son-in-law back in high school. And anyway, really cool kid, very outgoing and just very talented, awesome kid. Well, he's now started a YouTube channel, and he is the most adventurous, coolest, craziest guy. He's right now riding a motorcycle or a dirt bike across Mexico. Yep, you heard me right. He's riding a dirt bike across Mexico, camping out in some crazy spots, and he's the bravest, most adventurous, funnest young man ever. And I love watching his journey. And yeah, I was like, why do you not have hundreds of thousands of subscribers? Because what you're doing is the coolest thing ever. And so I said, we're gonna shout you out on our channel. I don't know that we'll get you a ton of subscribers, but I know some of our faithful and loyal subscribers will go over there and subscribe to his channel. So check out the link that Vicky's gonna put right here and go check him out. And imagine if this was your son or grandson doing these crazy adventures, and you're gonna fall in love with Landon. He's cool. So Landon, we hope we get you some subscribers, but whether we do or don't, I'm gonna keep watching your journey because I think it's the coolest thing ever. So let's see how Gold 66 is doing here. So he trimmed, or he filed off the nails, the ends of the nails. Oh, you already pulled the shoe. I was talking too long, huh? Have you pulled all four?
No, just two.
Just two, okay. We'll show him pulling a shoe on the other side because he's already done the front and back. But Gold 66 does super good with his feet. Honestly, he may be, and again, I don't want to jinx it, but he may be one of my best horses to trim. And he's only 3 years old. He's just really good. When Ray shoot him about 6 weeks ago, he told me that it went really smooth. Oftentimes Ray's doing it while I'm at work, so I don't get to be there all the time. But anyway, hope you're enjoying this, and like I said, go check out Landon's channel. You will be amazed with whether you like dirt bikes or motorcycles or not. Like I say, just to see how adventuresome he is. Adventurous, I guess, is adventuresome and adventurous the same thing. He's just awesome. It's just a cool journey. I told him some channel is not YouTube channel, but like a TV channel or something is gonna pick up his story and make a documentary because it's pretty cool. I love how Ray files off the ends of the nails, because now look how easy it is to pull the shoe. There you go. It's off. That's awesome. right, so Gold 66 is done, and we might have time for one more. It's overcast. We hope some of these clouds bring some rain, but anyway, isn't Gold 66 beautiful? And he did a great job. Well, Lex will be the last one. We're gonna put some shoes just on her front end. She has some hooves that really flare out if I don't have shoes on them. And so this summer, as she's just been being a broodmare, I've let her go barefoot, but they're flared out pretty good. And so we're gonna trim them up and put some shoes on the front end, and then we'll call it a day. But isn't Kix looking amazing back there? Kix, come here. Just gonna show you off a little bit. Isn't he beautiful? He's getting ready to go to Amory's in about a month. So let me show you what I was talking about real quick. See how her hooves, they really, oops, they flare out. It's hard to show you with my hand because then it blurs the camera, but instead of having a nice, like, I'm trying to think of a way to describe it. Maybe I can show you. So, see how this was one of the other horse's hooves, and Lex's comes more way out here. It's kind of fat, but it's not a problem when you have a good farrier like Ray, because he'll trim it up and put a shoe on there that'll kind of pull it together, and it doesn't cause any lameness or whatever. But I always fear if we're riding her much and it's flared out like that, it could cause a split or something. But anyway, hope you've enjoyed coming along today, and appreciate Ray coming out.